Hey, it's me. Welcome to my channel. I am going to be recapping Thursday's episode of EastEnders from the 25th of July 2019. I hope you enjoy it. So the episode begins with Martin. He's home and it looks like he's going through it. He has a bit of a tantrum, stares at his phone and he leaves. It cuts off to Max's. It turns out Stacey's there. It turns out she stayed there all night. She has a bit of a panic, decides to leave, but not before she gives Max a bit of a pep talk. Tells Max, you need to speak to somebody, you need help. She just always needs to help Max. They can't stay away from each other. They're basically family, which will obviously piss Martin off because they've had an affair. And it's not the first time the two of them has had an affair, but hey. So it cuts off to Tiffany. She's home having breakfast with her family and starts discussing the fact that she's leaving today. Sonia decides to have a leave-in do type thing and starts inviting people round, and they ask Tiffany who she would want round, and she doesn't really say anything. So now we are at the market. Martin is pouring his heart out to Kush. Stacey didn't come home last night. She was at Max's. He's kind of having a bit of a mare, talking about how he turned up at the house and he really wanted to burst down the door. Kush sort of calms him down. You trust Stacey, she won't do this. You two are solid, blah, blah, blah. And Martin feels a little bit better. Stacey walks out onto the square, sees Martin and Kush, sees Kathy, and decides to follow Kathy into the cab. So now Stuart comes to visit Rainey to give her some heat pads for her pain, and Rainey makes a joke like, oh, you're trying to take advantage of me, and Stuart sort of looks all serious like he's genuinely trying to help her. It looks like these two are going to be friends or even a couple. I don't have much interest in these two, to be honest. It's literally bad and bad together makes bad, but we'll see. I predict they're going to be a couple. So Stacey finally goes to find Martin in the market. She apologizes. She said it was just a mate helping a mate, that nothing happened. They kind of kiss and make up, and then Stacey leaves, but Martin has a bit of a face on. I'm not sure if he's concerned or he's plotting something, but he definitely did not look too sure. So now Keegan is in the cafe with Bailey and Gray. Tiff walks in with Whit. Gray tries to convince Keegan to talk to Whit. Whit's trying to do the same thing to Tiff, but it's not really happening. Whit and Gray start a conversation to get the both of them talking. It turns out that Tiff is leaving today and that they're having a party. Keegan walks up and says he's busy, and so is Bernie, and he leaves. And the whole time I'm like, oh, just tell each other you love. So now we're in the minute mark. Karen is telling everyone how she's now sexually fluid. She's out and asks Honey to expand her horizons. Typical Honey says her horizons are naturally quite narrow. Her eyes were going to bulge out of her head. She was in quite a shock. We love Honey. Phil's also in the minute mark. He goes and has a little chat with Stacey, kind of threatens her a little bit. Stacey's like, you've got your money back, haven't you? You can leave us alone. And Phil's all, we'll see. So this is a short little scene with Louise and her friends at the train station. They have some plans, but she tells them she has to cancel because she's not feeling great. She admits that she's pregnant, and they all sort of make a plan of her. Oh, we didn't think you'd be a pram place, ha ha ha. And then they leave. Mel witnesses that whole little exchange, and it looks like she feels a bit sorry for Louise. And in this scene, Kathy sees Rainey's in a bit of pain. She offers to look after baby Abby and asks Rainey to just go have a rest. And when Rainey leaves, Kathy has a face on, like she has an ulterior motive. Nothing crazy, but she definitely had a face on. So this is a cute little scene with Mel and Louise. Louise is babysitting Bailey, who is picking up rubbish in the park for a school project. Mel tells Louise, don't worry about it. I mean, I had cancer when I was young. Your mum helped me. I'm not sure who Louise's mum is. I'll probably look into that later. And she helped me. I was perfectly fine, and so would you. You're going to be perfectly fine, which I thought was quite cute. Turns out Kathy asked Rainey to get some rest because she was taking baby Abby around to see Max. And Max was like, why did Rainey change her mind? And Kathy was like, Rainey doesn't know, it's a secret. I'll handle Rainey, you have an hour with baby Abby, I'll be back. So in this scene, Keegan cancels his football plans with his dad, decides he's going for work experience in Gray's office to learn to be a solicitor. I think this is great that Keegan is sniffing around Gray so that we get to reveal the whole storyline with Chantel. Mitch definitely had a bad feeling about it. He didn't look too pleased that he's spending time with his son. Obviously, he has his own issues with Gray. So Keegan is at Gray's office. He's doing work experience. Gray leaves him to fix his computer. He's on his phone, trying not to think about Tiff, and a guy comes in to deliver sandwiches. He notices that he's dressed quite nicely and reckons he's a drug dealer. Must admit, it's a telltale sign. Gray tells him that he's actually a business owner running his sandwich business and that he shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Could say the same thing about you, Mr. Gray. Mentally, you're not quite as put together as you make out, are you? But anyway, I quite like this. Keegan looks like he's got his entrepreneurial juices flowing. Gray says the kid made 40 grand a year from running a business, so I think Keegan's going to follow the same route, which I quite like. So in this scene, Ruby's in the restaurant. She's just had her date and it didn't go too well. She's freaking out, trying to do her VAT. Max walks past and agrees to help her. And while he's helping her, Ruby has googly eyes. Don't really know what's going on there, but we'll see. So now Kush comes to find Martin in the pub. Shrimpy is looking after Martin's stall, good old Shrimpy. And Martin's like, my wife spent the night with her ex. I don't care about the stall. I need to find out exactly what happened. When I see Max, I will smash his face in. And Kush tries to console him. Stacey told you what happened. You have to believe her. She's your wife. So in this scene, Kathy's home. She gives Rainey a month's supply of painkillers in her name. I'm not sure how wise it is to give a drug addict painkillers, but from where I'm standing, it looks like Kathy is genuinely trying to get Rainey fixed so she can take care of Abby, because Abby is what she's thinking about. She's talking about how Abby's in the middle of her and Max and that they need to sort it out. Rainey notices that Kathy's been to Max because Abby's got a little toy and she freaks out, gets really angry, but Kathy insists that she's just trying to help. So Martin comes home early. He looks a bit upset, but he tells Stacey he loves her. She says it back. It looks like he's trying to put his feelings aside because they have a special dinner that they have planned. So Martin goes to get ready and Stacey gives Max a quick call to check up on him. Max didn't pick up because he's still at the restaurant with Ruby. They have a flirting thing going on. Apparently there's nothing sexier in a man than being able to do his own VAT returns. One of my friends has a weird crush on Max as well. It's weird. I don't know how he gets all these girls, but they flirt a little bit, start drinking wine, or actually continue drinking wine, and the scene cuts out. So in this scene, Kathy is having a one-on-one with Rainey. She says to her, my daughter Donna used to be an addict. I know what it's like. She's dead now. I wish I was around to help her more. I can help you. We can do this together. Rainey says, Max can't find out I'm on these pills. He'll make sure that I never get Abby. And Kathy's like, I'm not going to tell him. You can trust me. I'm not sure whether or not Kathy is going to tell him, but Max is definitely going to find out somehow. So in this scene, Keegan and Gray come back from the office. they notice Tiff is going in her house for her goodbye party. Gray tells him to seize the opportunity, go get the girl. So he goes over to Tiff and they're having a conversation, just a little awkward conversation. I didn't know if you were going today, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I've just got to go, to this party, and I'm going at 7. And then Tiff walks away, turns to go, and Keegan calls her back. And I said yes before Tiff even did. I was like, yes. What's he got to say, Keegan? And he says, good luck. And then Tiffany leaves. She takes out a package that she had made for Keegan and Bernie, and she puts it in the bin. And the second she did that, I was like, Bailey's gonna find that in the bin. Going through the bins, I see it happening. I'm not one to sort of go out and seek spoilers, but Kim's leaving, Tiffany's leaving. I don't think they both are. One of them's gonna stay. Not sure which, because I don't want to know, but one of them is definitely staying. So in this scene, Martin and Stacey are finally gonna have their romantic dinner. Stacey's finished cooking and Martin notices that she is putting some away in a plastic bowl, and he's like, who is that for? And she said, Max. He flips out a little bit and Stacey's like, he's just a friend, I'm trying to help him. If he doesn't eat, he'll drink himself to death. I'm just trying to help a friend. And Martin's like, well, if he was a decent human being, then, shit like this won't happen to him. But Stacey doesn't really listen, and she goes to give Max the food. So in this scene, Rainey and Stuart are having a bit of a catch up. He notices that she's feeling a lot better. He thinks it's the heat pad he got her, but she was like, they were useless, I have these painkillers instead. So in the final scene, Stacey goes over to Max's to give him some dinner. Max looks a bit surprised. Stacey's like, answer your phone, kind of like, where have you been? And guess who walks out the door? Ruby. And Stacey's face. That was the end of the episode. Stacey got top billing for the episode. Lacey Turner, classic. Stacey clearly isn't going to be happy about this. Gets us ready for Friday's episode. Can't wait. That's the end of the review, or actually recap. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more. See you next time.